In the 2005 NFL Draft, the Green Bay Packers took Aaron Rodgers at 24th overall out of California. He was supposed to be a top 3 pick, but he fell all the way to 24 to get Green Bay. Back then, the Packers were coming off of a 10-6 season, and their quarterback at the time, Brett Favre, threw 30 touchdowns, had 17 interceptions, and threw for over 4,000 yards. And he was also age 36. Now, fast forward to today, the Packers took Utah State quarterback Jordan Love, 26 overall. They even traded up to get this quarterback that nobody expected the Packers to get. And this is after they were coming off of a 13-3 season. They went to the NFC Championship, and Aaron Rodgers threw for just over 4,000 yards, had 26 touchdowns, and only 4 interceptions. And he was also 36 years old, just like the age Brett Favre was when Aaron Rodgers was originally drafted. Now, it seems similar, but it's not exactly the same. Back then, Brett Favre was already hinting towards retirement. And the very next season in 2005, Brett Favre threw for 3,800 yards, 20 touchdowns, 29 interceptions, and the Packers fell from a 10-6 record to a 4-12 record. Now, granted, receivers and running backs on the Packers were hurt. He lost offensive linemen, and the defense also lost some key players as well. So this 4-12 record resulted in coaches being fired, and you know how it goes when you lose. But unlike the situation back then, Aaron Rodgers still wants to keep playing. I don't think he's hinted at retirement at all. I mean, you see quarterbacks are playing into the 40s. Tom Brady's 43. Drew Brees is 41. Big Ben and Phillip Rivers, they're almost 40. Aaron Rodgers is 36 now. So, I mean, he could really keep playing for another 4 years if he really wanted to. I mean, he's not playing bad at all. I mean, you could say that he took a step back from last season. He keeps throwing the ball away, but he's still playing pretty good. He's still a top 10 quarterback. The Packers actually trading up to take Jordan Love is definitely not what I expected, considering that some people actually thought the Patriots were going to get him, and then other people thought that the Patriots weren't going to get him. And then Belichick came out yesterday and said that them not getting a quarterback was not a part of their plan. So that just doesn't make much sense to me, if you ask me. And also, one of the Packers draft needs was also wide receiver, and the Green Bay Packers didn't even take one at all in their draft. Now, from what I was able to find from their undrafted free agent signings, they did pick up one wide receiver, but they also picked up another quarterback, Jalen Morton out of Prairie View. Now, scouting reports done on Jordan Love said that he has great arm strength, a good deep ball, and can make big plays. Weaknesses, though, was his decision making, which said needs improvement. And they also called Jordan Love a sit and develop type player, not a quarterback that will start right away. And based on his scouting report, Aaron Rodgers would be the perfect quarterback to have Jordan Love sit and watch. Now, I also did some digging and found some scouting reports done on Aaron Rodgers in 2005. Some scouts doubted his size, ability, his mechanics. They even went as far as to call him a system quarterback, and went out and said that Aaron Rodgers would be a bust. Apparently, a good amount of Packers fans back then didn't even like him for a few years, until he started winning the Super Bowl and being MVP. So I didn't know that. I was very young back then. And Aaron Rodgers also came out and said that if the Packers try to bring in another quarterback, they would just have to sit and wait and watch behind him. And that's what seems like it's gonna happen. And Aaron Rodgers back then was projected a top 3 pick and was definitely a top 3 quarterback with him and Alex Smith. Jordan Love, though, he wasn't a top 3 quarterback. He was behind Joe Burrow, Tua, and Justin Herbert. I'm sure there are Packers fans out there that think that this was pretty much a waste of a pick, and I understand their point of view. At the end of the day, I don't expect Jordan Love to be playing for the Packers as a starting quarterback for another 2 to 3 years. I still expect Aaron Rodgers to come out and be a top quarterback for at least another 2 or 3 years. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens.